Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to videos of the paid request for Walker. You want me to react to another list he made? Thank you for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal's usually the best bet. I do have a Cash App because some people have asked. Among other stuff I have. Patreon. Those links are in the info box. It could be for a topic, reaction, a commentary, a review, a re-review, random business, video game playthrough, let's try, whatever the case. I'll get to it as soon as I can. And thank you, Walker. He has a couple more for me to react to. I'll get to them as soon as I can. But he wanted me to react to his ranking of his favorite live-action Batman movie eras. He says, this is my least favorite 5 to favorite 1. How would you rank them? Please read any notes in parentheses. 5, the Adam West Batman movie. 4, the original 4 films. 3, the Ben Affleck era in the DC Extended Universe. 2, the Matt Reeves era. Ben Affleck has better fight scenes and is more vicious, but I like this movie more than the Ben Affleck movies. And number 1, the Christopher Nolan trilogy. The Matt Reeves movies have a good chance of overtaking it, but because there's only one movie so far, the Nolan trilogy still reigns supreme. I don't agree with that at all. I think the Nolan trilogy is the most overrated. I could watch The Dark Knight, mostly for Joker. You say that Ben Affleck has better fight scenes, but I like the Batman more than the Ben Affleck movies. I guess that means you don't like the Michael Keaton films? I mean, easily for me, number 1 is the first 4 movies for the first 2. Batman and Batman Returns. Batman Forever, there's some stuff I can watch, some stuff I don't. Batman Forever is one of those, And Batman Robin is terrible. But the Ben Affleck movies, they're all terrible. That's the thing. All of Ben Affleck's Batman movies are terrible. All of them. There isn't a good one. Like Adam West, sure, I put that last because I'm not a fan of the movie. Didn't watch the TV show. Number 4, I would put the Ben Affleck era just because while I do like Ben Affleck himself, in Batman v Superman, that movie is absolutely terrible. It has a plot point dealing with a cup of piss, or a jar of piss, sorry. Just random cameos. It was a terrible plot, horrible usage of Superman. That was a train wreck, Batman v Superman. Both cuts of the film. I do not think the director did so much better. No, I don't think so. Justice League, both cuts are a train wreck. They're awful movies. Zack Snyder does not know how to direct these kind of films. Dawn of the Dead was more his type of film. Even Watchmen, I would say, is more his type of film. 300 is more his type of film. These films are not. They're terrible scripts. Terrible ideas. Zazday, Doomsday. Overuse of slow-mo. Just... You said Ben Affleck has better fight scenes. The only fight scene people can remember is Batman v Superman. I dare anyone to remember any fight scenes that Batman has in Justice League. Either cut. So I think the Ben Affleck era would be number 4. Number 3, I would put Christopher Nolan trilogy, because again, The Dark Knight, I could watch. There's some good supporting cast members. Again, Joker. I think Heath Ledger did a great job in that. But Batman Begins, I'm not really a fan of. And The Dark Knight Rises, I think, is absolutely an awful film. But again, The Dark Knight I'd rather watch than any of Ben Affleck's Batman films. So I would... Christopher Nolan trilogy, I do think it's an overrated trilogy. I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be. I think Batman Begins has awful action. It's very shaky cam. You can't understand what the hell's going on. Christian Bale has that voice. They need some cough drops or stop smoking cigarettes in the bulk. There's some aspects of the origin that could be interesting, but I think it takes too long for it to get going. There's a good supporting cast: Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman, Rutger Hauer's in one of them. So that was cool to see. But I think the action scenes are not as good as people make it out to be. I really don't. The Dark Knight was a better movie. And of the three, that's the one I could watch, but I don't love it. But it's definitely a capable movie. And Dark Knight Rises, I think, is a piece of shit. I mean, come on, the Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin. Give me a break. Give me a break with that whole reveal and get the fuck out of here. And like Catwoman, the way that was put in, like, give me a break. Number two, I put. I mean, it's only one movie, The Batman, but I was really impressed. Like, The Batman is what I wanted from Christopher Nolan's films. It was still dark. It was still serious. Still had that tone. But I think Robert Pattinson, his voice was not laughable as Batman. It was yeah. And I like the Riddler being utilized in that way as a villain. I like the fight scenes, the action scenes much more. I can understand what the hell was going on. It might have been on the nose, but I like Batman being the beacon of light, leading people of Gotham. I know it was on the nose, but I still like that notion that he could bring a bit of hope to the city. Love the music with a page of Nirvana. I love that music. Yeah, I really enjoy the Batman. It's long. It's too long. Catwoman, I think, could have been done a lot better. Wasn't a big fan of her. So it's not a perfect movie, but I do like it. I think Colin Farrell was great as the Penguin. And number one, easily the Michael Keaton ones. Again, Batman Forever I have issues with. There's sometimes this is a type of nostalgia novelty I could watch it for. I don't mind Val Kilmer. You know, there's some parts of the music soundtrack I like. Some art design that's pretty good. But yeah, you know, there's definitely some campy elements to it. Batman and Robin even more campy. But yeah, Batman Returns is wonderful. I love those two movies. It's a great 1-2 punch. You know, how vicious the Penguin is, how memorable Jack Nicholson's Joker, Tim Burton's direction in both those movies, Michael Keaton, the great score by Danny Elfman. To me, it's hard to top those two, so that's easily number one for me. So I disagree with that being number 4. I don't see how Ben Affleck era is better than Batman or Batman Returns. I just don't. Teach their own. I do not see it, but hey, we all have different opinions. But that's just my opinion. Just how some people don't understand my thoughts on Christopher Nolan's trilogy. They're like, you crazy. Well, I'm crazy, but that's how I feel about Nolan's trilogy. Oh well. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks once again, Walter. Take care.